Today, we are diving straight into HairBrushy's definitive buyer's guide for the 6 most viral hair tools of 2026. If you've ever stood in the hairstyling aisle feeling completely, totally lost, well, you're definitely not alone. We're going to use real-world data today to help you finally find your perfect match.
Faster, safer, shinier, smarter. It seems like literally every brand out there promises you the absolute world, right? They all claim their tool is a total game changer. But we have to ask, which of these devices actually solves your morning styling chaos without completely exhausting your arms? Well, we are going to cut right through all that marketing noise right now.
Here's our roadmap. First, we'll look at the modern market. Then we'll break down the real-world testing, compare the top performers, figure out how to find your perfect match, and wrap it all up with a final verdict.
Okay, Section 1. The modern hair tool market going way beyond the basic flat iron. The whole hairstyling game has evolved so much lately.
The market today is absolutely flooded with totally diverse innovations. We're talking wet-to-dry air straighteners, smart flat irons, heated straightening brushes, cord-free models, and hybrid blow-dryer brushes. It's a lot. And the thing is, each one of these is engineered for an entirely different styling goal and a different starting hair condition. You simply can't just compare them apples to apples anymore, because honestly, they aren't even trying to do the same job.
Moving to Section 2, Real-World Testing Explained. Subtitle, No Lab Coat Theater. To figure out what actually works, the testing team, Ed, Mish, and Stacy, completely ditched the fancy laboratory equipment. They totally ignored the strand microscopes, the thermal cameras, and those weird humidity chambers. Instead, they judged these tools on pure, practical reality. You know, things like, is this handle way too heavy? What is the actual styling time? Does it actually control frizz? Because let's be real here, a tool that performs perfectly in a climate-controlled lab could be a total nightmare when you're rushing for work and your arm feels like it's literally going to fall off.
Which brings us to Section 3, comparing the top performers using the HairBrushy scorecard. Let's dig into the actual data for these 6 viral devices.
This scorecard brilliantly highlights the different strengths of each tool. Take a look at the TYMO Ring Plus. It scores a super impressive 9 in both value and arm fatigue. It is incredibly light and totally cost-effective. But then, look over at the GHD Chronos. It completely sweeps the speed and frizz control categories with 9s across the board. Meanwhile, that highly innovative Dyson Airstrait gets an 8 in frizz control but drops all the way down to a 5 in arm fatigue. Every single tool has its own distinct personality and its own set of trade-offs.
Let's dive into Section 4, Finding Your Perfect Match. This is where we pair these tools to actual, real-world hair problems. This data is basically the ultimate cheat sheet for a buyer's guide.
To find your true match, you just need to follow 3 steps. Step 1, figure out your starting condition. Are you stepping out of the shower with damp hair, or are you starting dry? Step 2, what's your goal? Do you want sleek, pin-straight polish, or are you chasing voluminous body? And step 3, and this is a big one, honestly evaluate your limits. How much time do you actually have, and how easily do your arms get tired out? Let's put this into practice. If your top priority is tackling damp hair right out of the shower, and you want to dry and smooth at the exact same time without traditional hot plates, the Dyson Airstrait is your wet-to-dry match. In the tests, it took about 45 minutes for a rough style, completely changing that old, tedious multi-step process. But we do have to talk about its massive $419 price tag. And if you remember that scorecard, it got a pretty low arm fatigue score of 5. This is a perfect example showing that ultimate innovation sometimes comes with some extra physical weight and a really high cost. It's a total powerhouse for sure, but you've got to be ready for the arm workout and the investment. On the total opposite end of the spectrum is the tool that shocked the testers the most, the TYMO Ring Plus. This actually isn't even a flat iron, it's a straightening brush, and it turned out to be absolutely perfect for a simple 35-minute daily smoothing session.
Just look at these scores. It absolutely crushes the real-world metrics. 9 out of 10 for ease of use, a 9 for lightweight comfort, and a 9 for overall value. For a lot of folks, this makes it way more realistic for everyday use compared to those heavy, expensive lab marvels. It might not promise salon-perfect, pin-straight hair, but it promises a genuinely easy morning, and it delivers.
Now, what if you have thick, dry, frizzy hair, and you just want that flawless, classic flat iron finish super fast? If that's you, the GHD Chronos is your undisputed match.
Snagging a 9 in speed and a 9 in frizz control, it's a high-performance smart iron that gives you those perfectly polished results without turning your morning routine into an endless chore.
Alternatively, maybe pin straight just isn't your vibe at all. If you want smoother hair but you still want that bouncy blowout style volume, the 2-in-1 Shark SmoothStyle is an awesome hybrid pick. It's designed specifically for people who want body and smoothness combined, clocking in at about 35 minutes for a rough style.
Rounding out the viral list, we've got 2 awesome upgrades. The T3 SinglePass StyleMax is for anyone wanting a solid, tech-forward upgrade to a familiar, standard flat iron. And then there's the Dyson Corrale, which is the perfect match if you heavily prioritize cord-free convenience. It's fantastic for travel and quick touch-ups, as long as you're okay with some battery life trade-offs.
All right, bringing it all home with Section 5, the final verdict. Choosing substance over promises. Let's see how all of this builds into your ultimate purchasing strategy.
HairBrushy really hit the nail on the head with this takeaway. The absolute best tool isn't automatically the most expensive one sitting on the shelf. The best tool is the one that actually matches how your hair behaves on a chaotic Tuesday morning. If you hate arm fatigue, skip the heavy wet-to-dry device. If you just need a quick smooth out, that value brush is probably going to beat out the luxury iron for you. It's all about your specific needs. So, armed with all this real-world data on styling time, frizz control, and arm fatigue, the choice is ultimately yours. Are you going to keep falling for the loudest marketing promises, or will you choose the tool that actually respects your time and your tired arms? As hair tech keeps getting smarter and smarter, the only question left is, which of these tools is the true match for your daily routine?
HairBrushy.